4th of July weekend.
Yes.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th of July, people.
Don't blow your fingers off. Keep all your digits this weekend. There might be a burn ban in some of your towns out there, so check your
area.
Check your
obviously.
city's ordinances and make sure you don't burn down anybody's house.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And then please be considerate of other people's pets and stuff, because I don't do anything for 4th of July.
Yeah.
I'm literally here with Champ because
you got to give people give your pet anxiety medicine, because it's going to be going down for the night. Not just tonight and tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's the 4th of July on Monday.
It's going to start tonight.
It's going to go all week, because you know how, next Tuesday people are going to be blowing fireworks off in the middle of the night.
I've heard some practice pops.
Yeah.
Out there. And but Champ knows what's coming. And I do everything that I can. I'll even turn up the volume on the TV way loud and music and all that. But he still knows.
Yeah.
He still knows.
He can hear it outside.
Yeah, he can. And, so, I mean, I don't know. I was never a big fireworks kind of a person. Not fireworks, firecracker kind of a person, because of the fact that there's a increased risk of me hurting myself with my hands and all that.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. You don't let your kid play with firecrackers, do you?
No, he's skittish.
Yeah.
He likes to hold sparklers.
Yeah.
Sparklers, the Roman candles that pop the little things.
Yeah. But if it's an actual explosion,
snakes. No, he's not dealing with black cats yet, or cherry bombs, or all that good stuff.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I would like to take a GI Joe or like one of those cherry bombs and bury it under the dirt, like maybe an inch or two, and light the fuse, and then watch the dirt explode.
It's so weird, because when you were a kid, you were so confident on that kind of stuff. But and I'm just assuming, because I don't have kids, but knowing that your kid potentially could do the same thing, doesn't that make you a little nervous?
Yeah, I'm very nervous. Although I am parenting different than what I had growing up, for sure. I never, I've had some close calls with fireworks, but I've always been the one that's been cautious. I'm not a reckless. I mean, I did a lot of reckless things in the past, but I've always took risk into account.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if I mess around too much, I might blow my hand off. And then I've also, when they have education out there, when a city puts out, hey, this is what happens when you hold a firework too long, they'll show somebody with their hand blown off or in a cast or some educational materials like that the city puts out and stuff. I always listened to that and like kept that in the back of my head, like, hey, I don't want to go too far, but I'm gonna push the envelope a little bit as a kid, No,
I used to do the same.
I mean, we used to shoot bottle rockets at each other. I mean, we used to play to play like Army and stuff like that, and just like straight up fire them at each other. They'd whistle by your head and stuff.
And you guys turned out okay.
We turned out great. Yeah, as long as we didn't burn anything down.
But it's just different. Like, I don't know. I assume it's different. Just
different
the feelings
times
now because of the kids and stuff. Where it's like when it's yours.
And fireworks are so expensive now. I don't know the last time you took a trip to
It's been 2 years.
Man, they're pricey, dude.
Are they?
I mean, we got him, just the mid-level kit where it's just like, they're not like, what do you call those that shoot up in the air? Artillery shells?
Yeah.
We're not getting artillery shells. They're just like regular fireworks, like the ones like fountains.
Yeah.
Fountains or things like that. $80 easy, just for the kid. $80. Now, if you want to start getting artillery, I mean, you could spend easily $500 for a mediocre show.
What is it? Because you can't buy them in Dallas County. You have to travel just outside.
Yeah.
And there are, there's this place off of, is it 35? I forgot what it's called. But my friend and I, we used to go. I wouldn't buy anything because it's just not my thing. But he would buy, like, those big kit boxes and stuff, the depending, they range anywhere from I don't know, $40 to $100-$200. They have huge ones that are as tall as me
for 1,000 or 2,000.
Yeah. They have them already unpacked and they tell you what's in there, and I go, those are some serious people who take that. Take that so seriously, and I just can't. I've been to a friend's property. I say that property because their house wasn't on there, but it was their property, and they invite all their family. This is in Seagoville. and it's out in the open,
Yeah.
and they're able to enjoy, the
Yeah,
whole
when you're
shows
putting
and all
on a
that.
show for the community like that, then
Yeah.
you're dropping some coin,
Yeah.
as other families are pitching in too. I can see
Mhm.
that, but for one person to drop that much money,
Yeah, if it's something like in your backyard,
you
that
got to
you're
be
gonna doing,
loaded,
it's like, man.
especially in this economy. But since
Yeah.
we're on this topic of
Yeah.
fireworks and experiencing the 4th of July weekend, yeah, I just remember growing up in Chicago, we used to have guys in the neighborhood that were like that,
Mhm.
that would put on a show and just like
Yeah.
for hours, and they would have to drive to Indiana to get fireworks. They would not,
Oh, really?
fire. I don't know when.
Illinois.
I don't know when Chicago stopped selling fireworks, but it had to have been back in the 30s.
Mhm.
After the Great Chicago Fire,
Yeah.
they stopped. Yeah, no, you have to go to Indiana for all your cheap cigarettes, cheap fireworks.
Mhm.
Basically, I mean, they're right over the border. Right when you get there, there's probably a dozen shops
Well, I know
on each side of the street.
So you live in Collin County, right?
No, I live in Collin County, Texas, North Texas.
I think Collin County you can buy fireworks.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
They got the
yeah.
little stands off
On
the
the
highway.
highway,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no big structure stores. You know who's got the big structure stores? There are some in South Texas, or once you get past the city.
The one that I was telling you
Yeah.
about, the one that's outside of Dallas County, if you just take 35 south, I think it's 35, it's a big structure building.
Yeah.
And it's full of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Oklahoma has those. Missouri has a ton
Yeah.
of fireworks stands that are just like brick and mortar stores. But going back to my time growing up in Chicago, I just remember, man, I don't know what kind of they would have homemade artillery shells. I don't know
Yeah.
what they were putting in these things, but it's when they shot up, instead of like a big, thing of multicolor sparkles flying through the
Yeah.
air, it was just a huge boom, just like
The noise is
dynamite.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all they wanted to do, is just make a ton of noise. And I remember one time, there was one summer, mid 90s, we were doing fireworks out there, and a fountain or a bottle rocket made its way into the stockpile.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
The whole stockpile lit up, and it was about 3 minutes of chaos in the intersection of this neighborhood in Chicago. And it was just, things were just boom, 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 big explosions for a good 3 minutes. Sound like a war zone. It probably was only 30 seconds, but as a kid,
it felt like
it felt like forever. And I always remember that. That was a fun part. But a lot of people just go out to the elementary schools have a big property, and they're big paved parking lots. Mm-hmm. There's no trees around, nobody's roof lines are around, and you can go out there and you can fire off, the next morning you'll go out there and you'll see tons of debris from fireworks that were spent and done. And then of course you got the lake show. I think they'll have the airplane show this weekend. Then they got the big city fireworks show. All the towns around the country have their own fireworks displays.
I think they're doing that tonight, which we're recording this on a Sunday.
In Dallas?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of places do it like on the weekend.
Yeah. And
so, because I know, let's see, Addison has their Kaboom Town. I think it is tonight. And
probably.
Just because 4th of July falls on a Monday.
A lot of people are off tomorrow, though.
Yeah. And
I did see that McKinney's having something today and tomorrow.
Okay.
So I don't know when they're doing the fireworks, but it's always fun to drive at night, too.
Yeah.
When you're coming back from somewhere, get together, barbecue, wherever you're at. And then during the night, you can see everybody's fireworks being shot all around you, off the highway.
They'll pull over and just kind of watch it.
Yeah.
No, those are good summer times.
I'm trying to think, do you recall one of your favorite firework displays?
Yeah, because
from a city that you were in, or
because when I was a kid, I lived on a ranch, and I wasn't quite sure where the fireworks originated, but on the ranch, I was able to see these fireworks and stuff. But I was a kid. I was like 6 years old, maybe 7 years old, and the way that I would see the fireworks disperse in the air, and then they just fall.
Yeah,
they fall past the tree line.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking that, hey, I can go pick up the fireworks because I fell, and I'm thinking they're just on the other side of the tree line.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it was miles and miles away, and so I kept on telling my parents, "Can we go pick them up? Can we go pick them up?" And how does a parent humor a kid like that? They're like, no. So all I knew was like they didn't want me to have the fireworks.
Yeah.
They told me no. Why?
Yeah.
And so it didn't sink in until years later, where it's like, oh yeah, that's stupid, Marty. you know,
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, they fell, and I thought I could pick them up and reuse them again, you know.
I will say one of the best fireworks I show that I've observed was the one at Disney World. They go all out over
Yeah,
there.
they do.
And
yeah.
they got a great backdrop. You know, they got the castle, they got light shows going on
Yeah.
the castle. So, yeah, that's one of the best shows.
Well, obviously.
It's Disney. They got a big budget.
Of course.
And they can do it like at nightly. Every night they'll have one of those.
And they can do it to the music of their own copyrighted music.
Oh, yeah. They got the
Yeah.
music going on.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've seen the Chicago one. It's great. Dallas has a good. There's a lot of small towns that put on a really good one.
Yeah.
You know, they'll last for 40 minutes.
It's a big business.
It's a big business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and I do like the fact that sometimes when they sync it up with the radio stations.
Yes.
With like certain radio stations,
Yeah.
that you just tune in, you can just watch it.
And every town wants to be prideful and be the one that puts on the best fireworks show.
Yeah.
So there's really no lacking in good firework displays, I feel like. You
I
know?
think so. I remember when I was a kid, I used to remember those little poppers that you used to throw.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I don't know.
We got those too.
I would take like a coffee filter and just kind of just put them all.
Just make one big one.
One big one, and I didn't know I made a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then as I'm doing one, I already finished one, and I'm working on the other. My hand pushes the other one off the table.
Yeah.
I was a kid, and so I go to catch it, and it explodes in my hand. And at that point, that's when I woke up. I was like, man, this stuff is dangerous because it hurt.
Yeah.
And it burned, but it didn't injure me. But I'm like, holy crap, holy shit, that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I need to be way more careful
Yeah.
about that kind of stuff.
Yep.
You know, and it's so weird that kind of formulated my head as a kid, because I thought, oh, it'd be so cool if I just put it all together and then just throw it. It was just for that 1 second experience.
Yeah.
That took 20 minutes. 30 minutes to put all that stuff together, and that was all, you know, because I remember in my neighborhood it was the ice cream man that would sell them.
Mm-hmm.
And so
ice cream man.
Yeah, dude. And
we had a little. That's funny that you say that. Go ahead, finish your story.
Yeah. And you know, so when he would show up, we would like buy him all out. You know, like the neighborhood kids, we were like, because they were like 50 cents for a box.
Yeah.
And so you asked your parents for like $3. You know, that's several boxes and stuff, and we put them all together. And we have little fights and stuff that we throw at each other. It was pretty cool, but it was the ice cream man that kind of supplied us.
So that's funny that you say that. That made me think of another little story. So there was a little ice cream shop in our neighborhood. This was over Harlem and Irving area. Oh, where was it? It was off people in Chicago know Irving Park and like Oak Park, somewhere over there. There was a little ice cream stand. He sold soft serve ice cream, but everybody knew he had black market fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the down low. He had fireworks for sale. So we used to go over there and we would get like bottle rockets. He didn't have anything too major big, but he had bottle rockets. He had black cats, things like that. He didn't have artillery shells or nothing like that. He's kind of keep it down low.
Yeah.
So we would go over there and get our fireworks, just, you know, mess around in the neighborhood. And I remember that guy. He got shut down a few years later. I don't know if he got in trouble with the law or he just had to move or whatever, but
he ran. He still
forgot what that place was called, but some of my friends that listen to this will remember that time. But yeah, we do you have any favorite ones? My son, we just bought my son. I can't wait for him to see it. It's this big, it looks like a big sword, what do you call it? Conan. Mm-hmm. The barbarian sword.
Yeah,
it's huge. You like the top of it. It's like a Roman candle mixed with sparkler.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what this thing looks like.
You're gonna find out tonight.
I'm gonna find out tonight. Okay. But we like the ones that shoot up in the air and then it's a paratrooper. It has a paratrooper in it.
Oh, wow,
Have you ever seen those? Yeah,
they get very inventive with their kind of
well, these have been around since I was a kid. I remember having these. Those were really cool. It'll be like a little plastic army man. Mm-hmm. Once it shoots up and it blows up, a couple paratroopers come flying down. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Then they have
patriotic.
Yeah, then they have the little tanks that will go forward maybe, you know, 8 inches.
I've seen. I've never seen them in action, but but I've seen them.
A lot of them. If they're not on a perfect surface, they will just
fizzle out and all that.
They'll just blow up.
Yeah,
they're French tanks.
Yeah.
And then we like the kind that we nail to the tree, and they got they'll spin
it'll
real fast
spin,
and make
yeah.
little designs and shoot out,
Where did the concept
good
of this
stuff.
come from? I mean, freedom,
China.
fireworks. I know, right? A lot of it
This
comes
is
from
all
Korea
comes
or
from China.
But the fireworks and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it was it's synonymous. Fireworks, 4th of July,
Yeah.
obviously, but
Big bangs in the sky, colors,
mm-hmm. I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's cool, but it's like, man, I don't know, logically, I don't know if
Dallas puts on a good show too, right by the Union Tower, where they have the the ball and the globe kind of goes with the show.
It's been a while since I even witnessed some of this kind of stuff. Like I said, I don't really go out.
I'll tell you what,
July.
You mentioned earlier Addison and Kaboom Town.
Yeah.
I did that a few years ago. It gets packed, and I did it big. I did the hotel, so I was already there, and then we just walked to the park. It's really awesome. The Kaboom, they put on a good show for Kaboom Town, because they also do an air show beforehand.
Yeah.
And then with that, they strap fireworks onto the planes. They strap fireworks onto a couple of the planes to where they're like, they're just trailing behind, or they're shooting off the wings.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's really cool. Kaboom Town does it good.
It's been around since before I was a kid.
It's usually 100 degrees out there, though.
Yeah.
I recommend the way to do it is just to get in with one of the local hotels over there. They usually have a package deal going on.
Yeah, because parking is just horrible.
Parking's horrible. Yeah. It's hot. I mean, to get a hotel and just have to walk a block is good. So you can go back to your room, cool down, get drinks, whatever.
Yeah, well, if you're listening to this, then that'll be the plan for next year.
Food-wise, we are doing fajitas. Because what's more American than fajitas?
You are correct.
We're grilling fajitas tonight. No hot dogs, no hamburgers.
You want something like a nice little tasty treat?
Yeah. We're in Texas. We're close to the border. We're doing fajitas.
You know how to do fajitas?
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea. Like, I can't barbecue.
Although it's my in-laws. It's my in-laws that are running this operation.
Well, that's good.
But,
I thought about doing a barbecue or a cookout, whatever you want to call it. But I realized I don't exactly know how to cook.
I could be your grill man if you ever need a barbecue. I could be the grill man.
So you know how
I have confidence.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. This is because I think the explanation that somebody gave me is that I was just buying the cheap coals. And I was like, okay, that's true. I did buy the cheap coals because I thought it's they're all created equal in a way, but apparently they're not.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you're cooking. Anybody can grill up some. I mean, I don't know if anybody can, but anybody can grill up hot dogs and burgers, right?
Well, yeah, but the problem that I was having is keeping it going, keeping the coals hot.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, there's a little technique to that, but that's not the deal breaker. The deal breaker is the quality and your preparation. It's all in the preparation, and when it comes to grilling, you do have to have confidence. You have to have confidence to be a grill man.
Yeah, and I lack
because you're serving people.
Yeah. And it was embarrassing.
And then if you're doing ribs, you have to have even more confidence. I don't really have rib confidence yet, but I feel like if I was pressed and I had to serve up some ribs, I can figure out a way that would be good.
I would just buy them from Sam's and then put them on the grill. Oh, they're finished. Oh, look, they're already
Well, yeah, I mean, I probably would. I'd go to Costco and get some pre ones already. I can heat them up and cook them for you.
Well, there's Sam's makes. They're already cooked and done and already sauced and they're hot and all that. And then I would just put them on the grill and just, hey guys, they're ready. Oh, I already put on the barbecue sauce also. So.
But we could do like bacon wrap, stuffed jalapenos. Stuff like that.
We used to do back when I used to eat hot dogs. We actually, you do the bacon wrap hot dogs.
Bacon wrap Polish dog.
Yeah, but then I also cut it in the middle and then put jalapenos.
Nice.
Slices of jalapenos in there and then wrap it in bacon and then cook it that way.
So you got your meats and then you got to have side dishes too. That's a whole nother.
Oh, that's the easy part. I can do that.
That's your department?
I got
okay, good, because I'm not a side dish guy.
Yeah.
I let the other people, other folks hook up the side dishes.
It's hard when it's just one person that's responsible for everything.
You can't do it all.
Yeah, and
then you got to entertain the kids.
Like I made a list of like people who I was going to invite. You were on the list, and it was going to be like some 20 people actually. And then some of them won't make it and all that. I get that, but man, and then I started thinking about the last time I had a barbecue. It didn't go very well because it took forever for the meat to cook. and it was just because I couldn't get the coals to stay hot, and we just couldn't figure out like why is it not, you know. And
Do you have that thing that starts the coals? You'll start a batch of coals in this little bucket, and then you drop it down in the middle.
Someone was showing me that.
Yeah,
they were showing me that how they do it. I had no idea even something like that existed. Yeah,
YouTube's your friend.
Yeah,
YouTube.
I know.
For everything.
I know. And yeah, it is, and it's the way how I search stuff now. Like I don't Google anything anymore.
No,
really. I just look at YouTube.
Yeah.
And just go with the video that's watched the most, and then maybe watch 3-4 different videos to get different.
Read
sides.
some funny comments.
Yeah. And but
go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, and then I get lost, and then people are like, "Marty, your barbecue started 2 hours ago. Why are you still watching YouTube?" You know, it's like, hold on a second. I'm watching the scary ghost video. You know, I'll be right there.
Hold on, there's something to this flat Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Concept.
It's like, how did the fighter jets from Japan make it all the way across the Earth like that? Anyways, but so
happy 4th, everybody.
Happy 4th, everybody. I think it's I enjoy it.
Happy Independence Day.
Yeah.
We did not get into the historical aspect of it. We're just
not.
We're just talking about the on the surface stuff.
Yeah.
The fun stuff.
Yeah, because